Getting scammed? Call the Whistleblower Hotline.
All right, developing weather across the valley tonight. We'll begin with the lead, and that's Connie Fisher-Winkle here capturing that landspout tornado just off to the west of our viewing area. This was right on the border with Stutsman County and the Kidder County area there between Dawson and Tappan right now. You can see the circulation made its way down to the ground. These landspout style tornadoes don't typically stay on the ground for an awful long time, and they're not the most damage producing systems, but if it were to hit a building or a community, then we would be very concerned. If you see these or a warning is issued for your area tonight, keep in mind that there can be some damage and things flying from these. Over 100-mile-per-hour winds possible in some of those landspout tornadoes near the center of that rotation. They're usually small and short-lived, but we will be keeping a close eye on them for you tonight. Our storms start north of you in Baudette near Lake of the Woods. These are going to crash into your area later tonight. Grand Forks just off to your west. The storms are extending all the way out to where we had the tornado warning earlier. Let's take a look. Steele County has a host of storms developing. Look at this, Barnes County right here. Do we have Eric Whitehill, his video online? And if we do, and we have the ability to pull it up, let me know, because he is monitoring these for more spin-ups. He was on one, and I believe it was this guy here in the Valley City area. At any rate, these storms through north and western parts of Stutsman County all the way through Foster and Eddy County and into parts of Nelson County are strong. And when we get heavy rain and hail falling out of these storms, by the way, you can expect hail up to around 1 inch in diameter from a couple of these storms, not all of them. See this little light, faint green line? Hutch likes to show this because this is what's caused by the outflow of the storm. All that rain, all that hail smashes into the ground. It has to gust out somewhere. It's what's called the gust front. And that gust front creates a little cloud that is picked up by the radar if you're watching for it. This can indicate a gust of northwest winds that'll be quite strong. So maybe in Cooperstown in the next 10 minutes, you'll get a cool gust of wind from the northwest. Now, this is moving into western Grand Forks County as well. And what did you say about Eric? Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at Eric's video real quickly. And I will point out that he's been keeping his eyes on that county line area, on some cells that are developing out there. So your storm team will continue to monitor these cells as they work their way into the valley. They're not going to move too far too fast. So that's good news in the amount of rain that we could expect from any one location on these cells as well. Back to the radar. Speaking of rainfall, let's go ahead and give you an instantaneous reading on the rainfall rates while I switch over to that with this cluster of cells through parts of east central North Dakota. Where you see the purple pixels, I'll go ahead and highlight that for you. We're talking about rainfall rates that are pretty heavy duty, and these storms not moving too far will likely produce a good inch of rain. So this is producing an inch an hour in the eastern reaches of Foster and Eddy counties. It's been raining there for over 2 hours now. So some good rainfall amounts from these gusty storms. Again, expect northwest gusts. Those could approach 55 miles per hour in isolated locations. That's why we have that marginal risk of severe weather. Northwest Minnesota, as we go into the Walsh County area, the eastern reaches of which, Marshall County, Minnesota on the western side, all the way up into western Roseau County for Greenbush. Hit and miss showers and storms. Not picking up rotation on all these, but these are a long, long way from the radar. Your help in what you see and reporting that to either us or your local authorities will help. If you see a funnel cloud tonight, if it's safe to do so, send on a report. Here's the line of activity. Let's go into your current conditions before we get to the forecast. In Fargo, Moorhead, we're quiet, but this is Grand Forks, home of economy camera, showing some darkening clouds to the north. That's where the radar showed the activity. We are 83 in Fargo, 84 at Moorhead's Airport. Wind gusting to nearly 30 miles per hour out of the south. Warm, moist air being brought into the region. Temperatures cooler near the international border along that boundary between the cooler air. Look at Grand Forks, 87 degrees there, and 90 again in Roseau, as the storms are on your doorstep, bringing some cool relief from the dry heat. Showers and storms, look at this, between now and 10 o'clock will continue to percolate in the same area. Once the sun sets, watch what happens. The aerial coverage, the intensity diminishes. So we're not going to have an all-night, overnight severe weather risk tonight. And look at these areas of eastern North Dakota getting beneficial rain into northwest Minnesota all night long, hit and miss style. We'll take it. We'll take every drop we can get. Temperatures near 60 to start your Thursday with passing showers and thunderstorms. A little bit of a break into the midday hours from the rain and thunderstorm activity, but in the afternoon we have another risk of storms forming. Notice temperatures for your afternoon on Thursday. Warmer south, much colder to the north. We're talking 50s there. Big time transition with the thunder chances returning late. Let me show you this. Storm Prediction Center says that we could have some strong storms. Here's the rain forecast, a trace to a couple tenths of an inch for many of us across the northern valley. But underneath this band of intense thunderstorms, we'll have over an inch in a few places as we go through the day. Risk of severe storms is marginal. That means a few might be severe, but where you see the yellows out in the western part of the Dakotas, eastern Montana, where they need it very badly as well, a slight risk, which means a little more widespread activity expected for them. 60 to start, mid 70s for the afternoon, hit and miss showers and thunderstorms in the early day forecast. Later tomorrow night, we can't rule them out, but it's not going to be stormy all day, just a chance of them throughout the day. Temperatures warm as south, 80s, 50s up to the north near the international border. As you know, changes in the offing. Joe sending in a Lidgerwood dandy. Look at the colors in that one. Now your 7-day planner shows after a stormy Thursday again, we'll have temperatures in 80 on Friday, a quiet one. 81 to start your weekend, but then look out, a slap in the face, cooler air, back to seasonable. Rain chances almost every day on the 7-day planner, and I think very good Saturday morning, Sunday night, for many of us to get some much needed rainfall, including where the drought is the worst. Stacy will continue to track the storms and let you know as they approach which ones are bad. And Andrea, it's Andrea.
It's
Sorry.
okay. It's a busy night. I'll agree to whatever. It's a compliment anyway. All right. Thanks, Hutch.
You bet.
Millions across Texas